What started as a routine HOA discussion was supposed to be quiet, maybe boring. A folding table sat at the end of the cul-de-sac. Papers clipped neatly, bylaws highlighted in yellow. The men who usually hovered nearby stayed back this time. Arms crossed, half interested. It was the women who stepped forward first. Heels clicking on pavement, voices already tight with old frustrations. The issue was simple on paper: parking violations, trash cans left out too long, hedges trimmed past regulation height. But everyone there knew the words were just sparks waiting for dry grass. Marlene, the HOA president, cleared her throat and began reading from the agenda. She didn't get past the second item before someone laughed, sharp and loud. It was Denise. She folded her arms and asked, not politely, why the rules only seemed to apply to certain houses. A few heads nodded. Someone muttered agreement. Marlene stiffened and reminded everyone to keep it civil. But that only made things worse. Civil was a word that had been used too often to silence complaints. Within minutes, the men had drifted farther away, sensing what was coming. This was no longer an HOA meeting, it was a reckoning. Voices overlapped. Accusations flew. One woman brought up years of fines she claimed were personal. Another accused the board of favoritism. Old grudges, long buried, clawed their way into the open. Phones came out. Neighbors leaned from porches. Curtains twitched. The street had turned into a stage, and every woman there knew her lines by heart. No one waited to be recognized. No one apologized. This wasn't screaming for the sake of noise, it was release. Marlene finally slammed her clipboard against the table. The sound echoed, silencing everyone for half a second. Her voice shook as she spoke, not with fear, but exhaustion. She admitted she was tired of being blamed, tired of carrying rules no one wanted to follow, tired of pretending the HOA wasn't tearing neighbors apart. That honesty changed the air. Not instantly, but enough. The shouting softened into sharp words, the sharp words into heavy silence. A few women looked away. One sighed. Another nodded slowly as if recognizing herself in the chaos. The meeting ended without votes, without resolutions. The table was folded. Papers scattered. The men returned, unsure what they'd missed, but everyone knew something had shifted. What began as HOA talk had become a women-only showdown, and even without a winner, nothing on that street would ever feel quite as controlled again.